this new yoga flow, this time in English. We're going to focus this time on flexibility and a little balances. So to start, as we do every time, we'll find a comfortable sitting position, and we start by closing the eyes and connecting to our breath. Today we're going to introduce a little sequence of pranayama, so the breathing exercises, very useful these days to calm our minds and center in our body, connect with our breath, and let our breath guide us during the whole practice. So we're going to start inhaling, remember, from the belly, not the chest. So we take long inhales from the belly. Try to visualize the air going up, up, up until the collarbone. And exhaling from the collarbone to the belly. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to start inhaling in 4 times and exhaling in 4 times for 3 times. We start inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale in 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale in 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale in 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna add a retention with full and empty lungs. So inhale in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath. Engage the belly. Pelvic floor engaged. Lower your chin. Exhale in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your breath. Let it flow organically without controlling it. And slowly open your eyes. I'm going to start bringing some movement to the shoulders. Roll your shoulders back. Let your shoulder blades touch behind. And back. One more time. And back, reverse. Forward. And forward. And forward. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up, hands behind the head. Inhale, grow, 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 lengthen. Exhale, down. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Again, inhale up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Inhale up and release down. You can remove the block. We're gonna start lengthening our leg. So extend the leg, flex the feet. One first very gentle stretch for our hamstrings. Inhale up, belly in, create the space with a flat back is the first stretch, so be gentle. If you need to stop here, let's stop here. Otherwise, grab your feet and slowly release down. And slowly lengthen your back and come back up and down. Gonna bend the right leg, grab your foot, inhale to lengthen up. So if you can't stretch your knee, you can leave it bent. The important is to keep the back nice and straight. So here you want the back straight up, belly in. We are gonna work a little bit the muscles around the knee. So grab your foot, you grab your leg and bend, extend, bend, extend, straight back, bend, extend, engage the other leg, foot flex. Last time, bend, we're gonna open the hip. Grab your foot, you can either leave it here or place the foot inside your elbow. Straight back, close your leg as close as you can to your chest and swing from side to side just to gently open your hip. One more time. Inhale, stop to the center. Grab your leg. Extend it again and we go to active stretch. Inhale and leave it here. Point. Straight back. And down. Repeat with the other one. Grab the foot. Straight back and stretch. You can keep the knee flexed. Remember to keep your back nice and straight. Grab your leg, straight back and point. Warm up the knee joint. One more. Stop here, grab the foot, open the knee, open the hip. Choose your option. If you choose to be here, flex the other foot and swing. One more time. Stop in the center, release the foot, stretch, and we go into active stretch. Point and leave it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hand down. Place the hands to the mat and find a child's pose. Open your hip, your knees, hips back and release. Maybe you want to walk your hands towards the right to feel the side stretch. To the center and switch. Inhale back to the center. Go to a tabletop position. We're just gonna warm up a bit more the hamstrings. Right leg extended. Tuck the toes, hip down. We're gonna push the heels down and back. Stretch the hamstring back and back and back. A few more times. Last time. Leave it here. Stretch, stretch, stretch and change. The other one. Hip down and push the hip down, then heel down and back and back and back. 5. And stay here, feel the lengthening and come back to a tabletop position. You're gonna tuck the toes and lift the hips back for the first downward dog. Don't hesitate to bend one knee after the other for the first downward dog. Release the neck as usual. Inhale, look between your hands and walk to the top of the mat. Stay here, knees bend, grab your elbows and swing from side to side to feel the lengthening of your hamstrings thanks to the gravity. Release your hands, bend your knees and come back slowly, one vertebra at a time, and roll your shoulders back. We're gonna start with a sun salute A. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale halfway up, lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, right and left. Shift the weight forward, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Don't hesitate to bend the knees for the first ones to feel your sacrum pointing to the roof. Rotate your shoulders out, fingers open. Inhale, look between your hands, bend the knees and step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Namaste. One more time. Inhale. Follow your breath. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend the knees, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay. We are gonna lift the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and bring the foot between the hands. Inhale, up. Exhale, we go slightly back and we sink in our hips. Inhale, hips back. Lengthen the back and stretch the hamstrings. We're going to leave the left hand on the mat and open the right. Inhale, hands down, bend the knee, open the left hand a bit outside the mat, the right hand on the inside of the knee, open the hip, look up, you're on the outer arch of the foot. Inhale, close, square the hips and down, lift the knee and push back in downward dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, step between the hand and knee on the ground, low lunge. Inhale, rise up, little back bend while we sink down. Be careful of the alignment with the knee and your ankle. Inhale, hips back, flat, back, hamstring stretch, heart split. Right hand down and left to open. Inhale down, bend the knee, open the right hand outside the mat, the left inside the knee and open the hip. Look up. Inhale, close, square the hips, plant your hands down, knee up and straight to downward dog. Inhale, look between your hands, bend the knees, jump or step to the top of the mat. Inhale to lengthen, exhale down. Inhale, come all the way up to the sky. Exhale, Samasthiti. We're gonna open the feet hip distance apart, hands on the waist. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to sink down. We can bend the knee. We're gonna elongate the hamstrings. Grab with 2 fingers your big toes. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look in front. You can bend the knees, slightly open your elbows and sink down. Padangustasana. We don't want to grab the toes too much. We're just going down to stretch our hamstrings so the gravity will help us. We don't want to force it, everybody's different. If we're bending the knees and we are comfortable, we can start maybe stretching them. Your neck is free from any tension. One more breath. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release. This time, Padahastasana. We're gonna place the feet on the palms of our hand. It's a bit deeper, the deeper stretch. The weight is on the toes. So try and lift your heels a little bit without falling. Inhale to lengthen, same thing, don't hesitate to bend the knees and sink down. And breathe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Bend the knees, hands on the waist, and come back up to the sky. Close the feet. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Remember, lengthen your back. Weight on your heel, shoulders down. Inhale, hands to the heart center. Twist. With the elbow, we hook the knee and we find the alignment of the 2 elbows. Feel the twist, belly in. First balance. From here, maybe we can start lifting the left foot up like a flamingo. Find the twist. Strong leg. And down. Back to the center, stay low. Twist on the other side. Hook first. Feel the twist, feel the alignment of the 2 elbows. And when you have it, maybe start to lift the right foot like a flamingo. Exhale down. Back to the center, extend the arms and down, Uttanasana. Inhale up, exhale, bend the knees, jump or step in Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Bend the knees and slowly with control, bring the foot between the hands. High lunge, rise up. Strong leg, heels behind lifted. Inhale, hands down. Open to the right. And close. To the left. Feel the twist. And lengthen this leg. And back. Open again on the right. And this time, small reverse. Inhale back to the center. with control. Join the hand, shift your weight forward until you balance on the leg. Find your warrior three. Hips are squared. You form a straight line with your toes pointing down. Stay one more breath. And then exhale, come up and close the feet a little closer. So the stance is a bit closer. Your feet are pointing, facing in front. We are not here, we are not here, they are here. So we want to balance and push the hip forward. Here we can choose. Either we grab the elbows or reverse prayer pose. Choose your option. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, down. Remember, hips forward. Inhale, bend the knee. Last balance, shift the weight forward and lift the other leg. Your hips are squared. Open your fingers, your hands. First, the objective of the standing split is the balance. So maybe we want to try and move one hand on the ankle, maybe the other one. When we have it, then we can lift the foot behind, the leg behind. One more breath. And hands down. Bend the two knees and close in Utkatasana, chair pose. And hold. Exhale, release, up. Inhale, up. Exhale, Utkatasana, second round. Inhale, hands to the heart center, and again, twist and find your balance. This time, we are gonna elongate the left leg behind. Maybe we stay here, maybe we stretch both arms in the complete Parivritta Parsvakonasana. You can also use a block. Inhale, close the foot, back to the center and change. Find your twist, hook, elbow to the knee and maybe lengthen the leg. Find your balance and maybe lengthen the two hands for the complete posture. Strong legs. Inhale, close the feet, back to the center and lengthen. Inhale down, Uttanasana. Inhale halfway up, exhale down, bend the knees, jump or step, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale. Downward facing, inhale, lift the right leg up, left leg up to the sky, bend the knee, step between the hands. Rise up in lunge, crescent lunge, strong leg. Hands down, inhale, open on the left, and close. On the right, and close. On the left and reverse. Open again. Back to the center. Join your hands and slowly shift your weight in the plank. Forward. Your hips facing down, belly in, foot flex pointing down. Find your alignment. Find your balance is the most important here. And with control, close the feet as before, pointing up, pointing forward. We want to push the hips in line, so square your hips. Choose your option. For the hands, we want to keep the spine nice and straight. Engage your butt. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, down. Last effort, release, bend the knee, and from here we lift the leg behind, standing split. Remember, it's first of all a balance, so the leg can stay here. We try and move one hand on the way, on the ankle, maybe the other one, and then we can lift the leg with control. And release the two hands. This time, down and down in a plank. Inhale, shift the weight forward, and in 5, 4, Chaturanga, 3, 2, 1, and down to the mat. Release some tension in the back. Open your hands. You're on your fingers, activate your legs. Inhale, up and down. Inhale, up and down. Last time, up and down. Hands next to the chest, tuck your toes. Maybe go through your knees or push yourself up and into downward dog. Before sitting down, let's take a little twist. On the next inhale, with the right hand, reach the left ankle and twist. Exhale, release and change. Exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees and step or jump with cross legs and sit down on the mat. All right, let's stretch a little bit the hamstrings. Flex your foot. Inhale, lift up, belly in. Exhale, bend forward. Wherever you are, either here or grab your big toes, elongate the spine, open your elbows and sink down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, release. You're gonna bend the right knee, open, place the foot on the inner part of the thigh. Inhale to square. Up, exhale, bend over. Here we want to keep the shoulders in line. There's always one pulling a bit more than the other, so shoulders in line and sink down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, come up and release and change side. Let's go to the left and open. Foot inside the inner thighs. Inhale to lengthen and again, exhale, down. Be careful with your shoulders. Square your shoulders and sink down. Inhale. to lengthen. Exhale, come up and close. Let's go to one last little stretch, Marishasana. Inhale, bend the right knee, leave a little space between the two. Let's go into a binding. Let's place the left hand down. Inhale to lengthen. Lengthen in front, and then you can either use a cloth, you can stop here, or try and catch the other hand or the other wrist, sorry. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, bend. Inhale, come up, slowly release the binding. You can use a cloth if you cannot reach the two hands. And release. The other side, left leg. Place the right hand next to your bum. Inhale to lengthen, create the space here. Find the space first and then try and embrace your knee before you look for the binding with the hand or the wrist or the cloth. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, release, and down. I'm gonna open the hips a little bit, join the feet in a butterfly position. First, close, so open your knees. Inhale, lengthen your spine. With the elbows, we're gonna help and open the knees. So we elongate the spine, belly in, and bend, slightly bend forward. Inhale, come up, open your feet a little bit more. This time we're gonna round the spine and try and touch the feet with your forehead. Inhale up and come all the way up. Close the knees and back on the mat. One exercise here. You have two options, either table or the full position. So either you place your hands facing your hips, feet down. On the inhale, you can lift your hips and release the neck on your shoulders. You can stay here or the full position, lengthening the two legs. Push the hips up and the toes are touching down, and breathe here. Hips up, 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 up. And down. Slowly come down and bend the knees to your chest. Give a big hug. Swing from one side to the other. I'm gonna do one more hamstring stretch. Inhale, we keep the right knee on the chest and release, strengthen the other one. Here, we're gonna stretch the knee. You can keep the knee bent. You can grab the leg behind the thigh here, or stretch your knee and grab your foot. Choose your option. The important is that the hips are nice and down and the other leg is on the floor. Feel the lengthening of the hamstrings. Inhale. Keep the left hand on the hip to make sure it stays down and open on the side. Try, you don't want to open too much and lose control. Stay here. Inhale back, change the arm to bring the leg on the opposite direction, just a little bit to feel the stretch of the glute. Inhale back to the center, release, point, bend, and change. Bring the knee to the chest, and then decide where you want to grab your leg to feel the stretch. Same thing, remember, this stays down, and we open on the side. Hip down. Come back to the center, change. If your knee is bent, it's exactly the same thing, and open on the side. Inhale back, bend the knee, and bend the two knee. Bring your feet down. Place your feet at the distance of the mat and just swing from one side to the other. Back to the center before we go into our Savasana. Happy baby, grab the outer arch of the foot, bend the knee and swing from one side to the other. And slowly find your Savasana. Open your legs, release everything on the mat. Your body's heavy, is melting down on your mat. Release every tension. You can stay in your Savasana as long as you need. And whenever you'll be ready to come out of it, you can extend the two arms above your head, feet together. We take 3 last stretch. All together. Inhale, stretch, 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 stretch. Exhale with the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release. Bend one knee after the other to the chest and lower them down on your right in a fetal position, like a baby in this comfortable position. And whenever you're ready, come back up with your eyes still closed in a comfortable sitting position. Join your hands on the heart center and just feel your body for a second. Try and ask your body how it's going. It's hard days, it's hard weeks, so it's normal that our body is a bit strained sometimes. It's a bit anxious, a bit stressed. Try and be mindful, try and breathe as much as you can every time you feel that the anxiety level is rising up, 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 up. Try and breathe and bring it down. Just try and be in the present moment as much as you can. And thank yourself for taking the time to tuning in with your body and do something good for yourself. Bring your hand to your mouth for kind words, to your third eyes for kind thoughts, and Namaste. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.